Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Dumb Luck Brewing video podcast, episode number 16. As you might notice, I am alone today. I do not have my close personal friend and compatriot Brian off of me today. He is on his way to get the dad jujitsu on. Unfortunately, I am out today with a knee injury, but I will be back soon, and that brings up a very interesting topic. Jiu-jitsu and training while injured. Now, I've had mixed results with this, as I've managed to train while injured, but re-injure myself, but limited success. I think it's got to do with everybody being a little bit different, and everyone requiring just slightly different techniques and applying effort in different ways. But first, before we dive into that really quickly, let's take a look over here. Again, today's a little different as I have run out of beer. So we'll be jumping in with a little bit of the Johnny Walker Red Label. A gift left by my sister, who enjoys the more smoky vintage varieties of whiskey. This is a blended whiskey, so let's set it up. Got that big, beautiful spherical ice cube, which is very nice because it gives it a large surface area, but at the same time doesn't pollute the whiskey as much, I guess you could say. Let's go in here. A little dab will do ya. A little swirl, because why not? Everyone enjoys a little swirl. Oop. Here's me not knowing what camera I'm pressing. There we go. So let's see. Jiu-jitsu and training injured is a very, I guess, touchy subject for some, because what is training? You have to define that first, right? Is it the physical aspect of the training, or is it technical aspect, or purely academic aspect? Because there's been several guys that I've noticed in my short time in jiu-jitsu that have come to training, even though they've sustained some kind of injury outside of jiu-jitsu, or even just a physical disability that they have, and they'll sit through class and sit on the side and just drink it in, and drink in all that juicy educational materials. Whereas myself, I find myself hard-pressed to bring myself to class while injured, because I feel like I have, I guess, a bit of a scatterbrain, and I got a million different things going on. And as much as I love jiu-jitsu, things like the brewery here, I could be working on that, and to me feels more productive. So I guess you got to look at the scope. What is the scope of your training? Is if you're looking at it specifically as just jiu-jitsu and just that aspect of the training, then yeah, even injured, go to class. At least you can educate yourself. At least you can learn the academic end, and you can watch everybody and see how they're applying things and make some notes, and perhaps you can apply that information more when you're healed, right? But in a grander scope, and just like worldly wise with your own life, where is the start and where is the stop? And I guess for me, it's I have so many things that I want to get done, So spending time sitting in class and, in a little way, being tortured myself makes it a little more difficult. It's not that I don't want to. I do. I definitely do. But it's just that that's more of my speed, I guess. More of what where I find value. And I mean, jujitsu in general and martial arts is a way of life. Is a way of progressing. And what martial arts has taught me is that I gotta go get it. It's like if I don't have it, gotta get up and go and get it. And so I have to put that effort in, and that drive is constantly there for me. I need to like continue moving and building and growing in order to progress in my training. So if we get down further a little bit more, that's more personal to myself. But if you found yourself injured and you have a bum knee, elbow, shoulder, whatnot, is there a way you can augment your training? I strongly encourage you to do so. Like like I said, I have been training injured, and I have done that. And uh, what I try to do is focus on a different part of my game, right? Say say I have a bad ankle, right? I want to lay off of that ankle. I don't want to be pressing it up against things. I'll pretend that that leg is dead, and I'll just try to work with the one leg, try to manipulate, fight that way. Uh, Fingers, hand, maybe one-handed. Maybe I just keep my hand inside my gi, grab my belt, use that one hand to get things done. And you'll find yourself adapting and evolving and gaining game, getting better, right? Like like if I'm unable to work from the top for whatever reason, or maybe I just don't want to work from the top for whatever reason, push myself on the bottom, always work that bottom game. This allows me to evolve and gain ground and pick up um, more skills that I maybe didn't have before. So training injured, definitely an opportunity, definitely a chance to enhance your game, to become better than you were before. Oh my goodness. Better commit my notes to memory. This phone's about to die. Yeah, so augmenting your drills and creating new drills. Like even in class, your instructor might be calling out, okay, everybody, we gotta do X drill. Not necessary. I'm sure anybody in the class will give you the benefit of the doubt to attack that drill differently. Maybe push ups, your wrist is injured, can't do push ups. Or it's painful, and maybe it's something you're not going to be able to do, shoulder injury, elbow, wrist, whatever. Sit ups, planks, anything. Like, as long as you're sustaining that intensity and continuing that the drilling, I don't see why anyone would hold that against you. So, yes, it's very possible to train injured, but at the same time, you have to look at it in in the same space of your own life. Is this something that you're going to be able to accomplish? And and I guess the topic comes up because I've managed to injure myself. I've been fighting this knee injury and recently reheard it rather substantially for myself. Um, Physio says it's not a serious injury, but it is rather painful, and that if I don't restrain, yeah, refrain from aggravating it, it may become a longer healing time yet. And at my advanced age, maybe that's not the best thing for me. So I'm giving it a chance to rest up, heal up a little bit stronger, and then I can get back into it. Because at present, uh, walking, stairs, capable, but running, not so much. That might be a bit of a sticking point. I can't squat or jump, run. Makes it difficult for me and very frustrating. So I'd like to be at least a little bit more mobile. Okay, Rod, enjoy your evening. Right, and so with that said, here's me justifying why I'm not going to class right now. Voila. Sooner than later I'll be back though. There's no keeping me off those mats. It's going to happen and I will be back. And that's just a universal truth that I know about myself. I just you can't keep me away, and and that's it. That's it. That's we're training injured. You have to decide what's the scope, what's the ability, how far are you willing to push it, and how does that fit into your lifestyle? Yes, it's fully possible, and yes, you can gain a lot of knowledge from training injured in whatever augmented manner, right? That's my take on it. As far as that topic goes, terribly hard to fire through transitions and segues when I have to bounce it off myself. But let's move on. Recently, with the Dumb Luck Brewing website, you might have noticed that I posted a store up there. And yes, I have realized that at this point in time, even with the password, you can't order anything from the store. Impossible. I didn't realize this. But I need to subscribe or create a subscription to the store service in order to produce POs, purchase orders. So how kind of messed up is that? I didn't see any warnings about that while I was pumping everything together. What an adventure putting together a store. Absolute chaos. Just crazy talk. So here, let's take a little look here. Let's walk through it a little bit. Oh, I'm already on there. Okay, here we go. We have the Dumb Luck Brewing store here. So, managed to add some graphics, put together some items. Very sexy, very cool. Alright, we want one of these drawstring bags. I was using a Canadian site, and even though apparently it was still US dollars, so not as good a deal as I thought. That's okay. That's okay. We can work within these parameters. Looks like kind of cool items. I just thought this kind of like a little jujitsu bag. You can throw your gear and equipment in there. Oh, I'll add that to the cart. Great, let's check out. Oh, snap. Oh, snip. Locked out. No dice. No good. What in the hell's happening here? So, when producing an e-store, you need a supplier. Somebody to make the items for you. Here we're using Printful. I was doing some research. Looked like they were a pretty good store. Unfortunately, not a lot of items to sell. It's kind of unfortunate. But with that, I'm like, hey man, let's just give it a shot. Let's just see what we can do with this this whole mess. So I did. Jumped on there, created a few items, and it's like, oh, now you have to create, a new store method. You got to find a way to distribute your goods, right? And so I'm like, okay, I thought I could just create a store through Printful. It said it was a drop shipper, right? So that if I ordered from them, they could deliver to whatever address was entered. Fortunately not. They accept money, but they don't accept from customers. Oh, okay, fine, fine. So this manual order platform, not something I can share with people. Fine, I created all that thinking that was the way to go. All right, so now you have to use either a store platform or a ShipStation connection. Okay, what in the hell is that? Okay, the ShipStation connection is, as far as I can tell, just you use like an eBay seller account or something similar to that in order to make your orders. So you don't get a personalized interface. You don't get a nice, clean, fancy store, but it is cheaper in some aspects, not in others. Or you can use a store platform, right? That Shopify and all them good stuff. But it's like, what in the heck? Look at all these options. What's the difference? So I'm fingering through all these bad boys. Man, a million of them. A million of them. Some of them take a percentage, some of them take a fee, some of them take both, some of them on the back end, some of them on the front end, and then all these different fulfillment methods and relative speed of delivery. Holy Hannah. What kind of crazy talk is all this business? Not something for the faint of heart, I tell you. So I just jumped in there. I'm like, hey, I'm taking Canadian one, Shopify. Let's do that one. Threw it up there, and lo and behold, this is what we have, right? It's pretty. It looks nice. So that's my struggle recently with this Dumb Luck Brewing store. If you do want something from the Dumb Luck Brewing store and you've seen it up there and you're like, hey, I want to support the show here, I want to support the brewery, and I'd like to have a cool logoed item, just send us a message on the Facebook page and I'll have to arrange it. I'm not yet putting out the money to subscribe to this store just yet. I am going to consult with a few more experienced industry professionals to give me a little bit more idea on how the hell this is done. So if you want that, that's going to be what you'll have to do. You'll just have to contact us directly. That said, after I was setting up the store, I went on a bit of an adventure. Where's my notes? Oh my god. Oh my god. There we are. I went on a little bit of an adventure trying to figure out the acquiring dumbluckbrewing.com. Wow. That's pretty cool. So apparently this guy has been hanging on to dumbluckbrewing.com for 5-6 years. You can check and you can go, who is Dumb Luck Brewing? And he's renewed it a few times, and there's absolutely nothing on the page. Not even a Google ad landing page of any kind. And so that gives you a redirected email in order to try to contact him. So I do that, I throw that on, and shoot a message to him. Hey man, you wanna like sell your domain there? Dumb Luck Brewing doesn't look like you do anything with it. And he just like shoots back, oh sorry, I have plans for that. Bye. Ah, son of a bitch. So, oh boy, there we go. It's already been 30 minutes. What do you know? I'm just gonna climb right over the top here. And look at that, super professional. Just climb right on top of the desk. Make it so. So after emailing a buddy back again, I just sort of like, oh, that's too bad. Be sure to contact me when you change your mind. Another reply. Oh, I have plans for the domain. Auto replier. So I don't know what the guy's doing. He's just parking his ass on the website. How am I supposed to get a hold of this guy? How am I supposed to yank this? Is he like waiting for an email with like four or more digits in it? Maybe, I don't know. But if you're watching this, please reconsider holding on to dumbluckbrewing.com. But until then, I guess I'm gonna have to like lock down .ca, .net, .beer, whatever. Um, the quest continues. Oh, while I was looking into that, I saw an article. France was suing a U.S. citizen for possession of France.com. France.com. And .com is a U.S. Controlled domain name. But anyone can create a domain. You can create a domain dot anything. It doesn't have to be 3 digits, whatever. It's just arbitrary, right? Like you can get .ca, Canada, right? .beer, which is, I don't know, somebody somewhere created, right? So, so France was suing this American citizen, saying, "Hey, I want control of." Oh, that's cool. That camera's dead. I want control of France.com, and they lost. So a single U.S. citizen derailed France's hope of picking up France.com, but apparently I went online and I did a little. That's me typing on the keyboard there, little France.com, and it does in fact redirect to France.fr now. So I guess they managed to figure some sort of side deal out. Feel free to interject at any time. This is in fact a live broadcast, so anybody and everybody is welcome to interject. Oh, I'm a little frustrated that that camera isn't working now. What's the matter for you, camera? Why you don't want to work? I'm weird like that, just... it was... Everything was so beautiful, so pretty. Just a little off-angle shot, little straight-on shot, a little back-out shot, and then a little overhead shot. But no, my off-angle, not working anymore. Son of a diddly. So yes, France defeated by some American citizen, but it looks like capitalism overcame in the end. Somehow they managed to wrest control of it from him, which gives me hope. Perhaps maybe I can wrest control of dumbluckbrewing.com from said anonymous citizen of the world, whomever he or she is. So, shall we take a look at the brewery? The magnificence that is Dumb Luck Brewing in the process. Oh. Let's see if rip them. Oh, well, you know, being dead and all, I guess makes it a little difficult for this to be working. So we can go ahead and grab other cam. There we go. Portable wireless amazingness. Let's take a look, shall we? So far, the stainless has been installed. We've rerouted the wiring, allowing us to run the brewery on a single circuit. I've installed the extraction fan attached to the exhaust hood with a carbon filter, and it has this media filter on top of it. Soon will be connected, blasting out the side, hopefully reducing the effervescing scent of brewing. Got a little bit of trim going on here, and that reclaimed wood that I spent all that time taking apart from those pallets now going up. So we'll have matching surface to the bar. And very shortly, we'll have the, look at all this crap. We'll have all the PEX in for the hot and cold running water and gas connections. Don't worry, the gas will not be in PEX. The gas will in fact be in a proper gas tight fittings. Rah! How about that, huh? How about that? Does anybody have any questions regards to our brewery buildup? Which another episode is coming out shortly. Ha! I was just checking the Facebook there. Not quite sure what's going on with that post, alright. So now that my father's back, we've been discussing potential installation times for the actual brewery to be installed. Hopefully not that long from now. Perhaps a couple weeks, as I will be on hiatus, heading to Tofino for a surfing trip. So if there is a show on Saturday or Friday, it may be live from a ferry boat or maybe a surfboard. We'll see. Should be pretty interesting. After talking about a knee injury, I'm gonna go surfing. I'm hoping. You know, I don't get the opportunity that often, so sometimes just gotta give her. Yeah. Should be excellent. Last time we talked about Rafael Lovato Jr. and his last competition MMA match at Bellator 198. He did in fact win, and in uncomparable style. A slip dropped him down to his back. Took that opportunity, lock up guard, fighting for a triangle, switched sides, boom, armbar, boom. Seconds, minutes. I think it was like a minute 30, maybe less, to the finish. Jiu-jitsu style. I have no idea why his opponent would have thought it was a good idea to go to the ground game after just taking a quick peek at his credentials. I would have been breaking out of that as soon as possible and getting back to throwing hands. Although Rafael has demonstrated his ability to throw hands on par with anybody as well. So it's really exciting to see somebody who I am mildly connected to getting such great success. Just the fact that I get to learn from him and expand my skill set, it is just mind-blowing, just fantastic. And again, let me reiterate, if you do have any questions, throw them up. I'd be more than happy to discuss with you. Uh, but until then, uh, let's see. What do we got? Let's check my notes. Nody McNoderson. Sitting up a storm. So once Kabir came on, he talked a lot about educating yourself and learning and growing, and then I really took that to heart. Like I'd been uh, working with self improvement and uh, thinking outside the box for quite a few years, and it has been a real struggle for me as I do have a very comfortable job and very much a comfortable life in general. So it's hard to find that fire that's going to like push you past breaking out of this comfort zone and moving into someplace completely scary and uncomfortable in order to expand your knowledge, expand your ability, improve your position, right? I was just utterly in the rut, but always with this burning sensation in the back of my head saying, oh, there's so much opportunity afforded to you. There's so much available. You need to do something with it. There's a whole world of people who wish they were in the situation you're in. Why aren't you doing more with it? They'd be screaming at you, get out there and do it. And it's not just that they are like that noise in the back of my head screaming at me, but it's just deep down inside me. I'm like, I need to do something a little bit bigger, a little bit more with what's available to me. But I could never figure out what that was. I never came to the conclusion like, hey, should do this, should do that, right? And through that, the opportunity with this father-son project, Dumb Luck Brewing, came up, and we were just spitballing ideas and like, we should build an automated brewery. We should build a brewery just like a commercial brewery, but smaller, with all of the automation in it. Terribly overly complicated, terribly excessive, but it's something that the two of us, my father and I, have the ability to do. So like, why not? Let's get at it. Let's get this thing done. So we did. We mocked up some drawings, put together some ideas, try to figure it out. My father, being working in brewing for his entire life, has this idea already in mind. So I'm like, okay, great. Let's see, like how much do we need to do with this and that, and put it together. And then I put in some like graphical interface together, and put it all, like, all right, there we go. This brewery, and this brewery produces so much volume, so much more beer than we could ever really need. I mean, you could do batch a month for fun, shits and giggles, but if you wanted to, you could up that game and you can do more and more. And then I started thinking, yeah, I could do more. How could I share this with others? How could I make this something bigger? Is this the opportunity that I'm looking for? Is this the thing that might grow and might build into something more? I mean, I love communicating with people. I love getting together with people and sharing ideas and just socializing in general. And I've what better way than with beer? It's always been a central focus of socializing in my life as a younger man, and as I grew up older. It's my father's worked in brewing. It's been an ever-present, entity in my world. And so, why not? Let's get to it. And so then, talking to Professor Kabir and talking to some of my other friends like Desmond Soon, and they encouraged me and gave me the drive to like actually learn, read, get out there and educate myself. So I did. And my friend Desmond, who is working with one of the local, like, foremost self-improvement gurus. He would hate to hear if I said the word guru. Uh, Self-improvement mentors, Dan Locke. And so I was like, right, I'm going to read that and I'm going to get in on that. And so several books about the internet and marketing and mindset and whatnot, and getting that together and dragging that information and driving it into my brain and try to like compile it together. And I'm just super excited about this whole process of learning and growing and expanding, taking that project, that father-son energy, and just like sharing it with everybody. I just think it's really, really awesome and a really, really exciting thing to do. And I really hope that you all come along with me and my father and Brian and on this journey, and together we can learn and expand and grow and hopefully meet and socialize and enjoy beers together. Yeah, it would be a friggin' fantastic little adventure amongst us. Hmm. And without all of your interaction, there just wouldn't be the same kind of energy. There wouldn't be the same kind of buzz and adventurous growth to jump into. Um, I find myself without a topic and I find myself without words. So please, if you're interested, comment on the Facebook page, comment here, ask me questions, ask me what you'd like to know about Dumb Luck Brewing and or jujitsu or any topic at all, and we can expand upon it, and we can all jump in and gobble up those goodies together. Um, but as it stands, I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. I hope you've enjoyed this this little one-sided discussion today, and I hope you join us all again next week, or not next week, this weekend, hopefully, and we'll see you soon. I'm Paul Piccioni. This is the Dumb Luck Brewing Video Podcast, and you're awesome.